Hey, Forrest here. Nothing like getting paid. And with ICCU's mobile app, I can deposit checks or accept Zelle payments so the money hits my account fast. I just wish there was an app for mowing the rest of these lawns.
Right now, Lithia Ford of Boise is buying used vehicles. How much you want for the SUV?
I don't know.
Well, Lithia Ford will give you more than that.
How much more?
More than you think.
I'm not thinking anything.
I'm thinking you might get even more than that. See how much more you can get at Lithia Ford of Boise.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. RowPaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Now, here's BJ Rains with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Hey, how we doing, Boise State fans? Happy Tuesday to you. No Jay Tuss today. He's got some prior obligations, not going to be able to join us. Had tried to get Tyrick LaBeouf on because we saw his tweet that he was going to the NFL and had that set up, and then all of a sudden he deleted the tweet and said that he's unable to join me. So I don't know if he changed his mind or what's going on there, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. So riding solo today, and we're going to have plenty of time for your questions, your thoughts, your comments as we get through 30 minutes together here on Bronco Nation News Live at bronconationnews.com. We got a ton of recruiting news to get to. 4 players committing yesterday to the Boise State football team. We have our exclusive interview with CJ Tiller. We'll play a little excerpt of that. But we're going to have a lot of fun here on Bronco Nation News Live, bronconationnews.com. You do have the Potato Bowl today. Jordan says thoughts and prayers for the fans sitting out there in the Potato Bowl today. I enjoyed taking my kids the last couple of years. They get the free fries. They, have some fun things for you. And I've said this before, but you don't get to be a fan very much in the, in the sports media business. It's one of the reasons, you get into this business because you're a sports fan, but when it all comes down to it, you don't end up getting to watch and be a fan much because you're missing all the other games while you're at the BSU game and you can't cheer there. And so it's kind of you're a big sports fan that doesn't get to be a fan. So I always enjoy the opportunity, whether it's at an NBA game like down in Dallas or the Potato Bowl or something, to go have a beer and hang out and watch a game. And so that's one of the reasons why I am not going to the Reno basketball game. I'm sending Colin Mitchell, and I am going to the Liberty Bowl, Kansas and Arkansas. So I haven't been to a KU bowl game since the last one in 2008, I believe it was. And it's in Memphis, and I'm going to be home with my family and decided to extend the trip. And I'm going to let Colin go to Reno next week, and I'll be going with the wife to the Liberty Bowl to watch the Jayhawks in the bowl game. So I'm looking forward to that. And then bringing my family back on January 1 after they've been doing the travel nursing long distance thing for like 7 months. So looking forward to that. And Colin Mitchell will be heading to Reno. He's been doing a great job, and I think he's ready to handle a road game by himself. And we'll see how he does. Hopefully everyone will be nice to him, and hopefully for his sake, Boise State can win. So Coach Rice is in a better mood post-game. But that'll be a big game for Boise State basketball, obviously with conference play starting. And hopefully for their sake, they're on a 10-game winning streak. They play on Thursday in Santa Clara. I will be there for that one. It's a weird 2 o'clock start. We got signing day tomorrow. We got all that stuff going on with signing day, and then I'll fly out tomorrow night to San Jose, and we'll have the Santa Clara game on Thursday. Full coverage of that. That is an afternoon game. They made the game at like 2 o'clock so that all the players could fly home after the game to be with, you get the extra evening at home with their families for Christmas. So 3 o'clock Mountain Time, I believe, is that start time. 3 o'clock Mountain Time on Thursday for the Santa Clara game. That's a really odd start time, so be aware of that. But Bronco Nation News will be there with full coverage from the I don't even know the name of their arena, but we'll be there at Santa Clara with the pregame show, the postgame show. We'll be the looking forward to that, and that'll be a lot of fun. So the basketball team is rolling. Tough loss, by the way, for Utah State last night. They fall to Weber State. They blow an 18-point lead, and they lose. They lose by after falling. They led 28-10, and they end up losing the game. Bad loss for the Mountain West. They dropped 13 spots at Ken Palm. They dropped like 25 spots in the net. They were number 10 in the net, and they fall all the way to like 34 after that loss. So that's a rough loss for the Mountain West. And how about Utah State losing to Weber State in football and basketball this year? That was pretty. That was stunning last night to see that. Oh, there's JT saying the same thing, beat by Weber in football and basketball. So that tough loss for the Mountain West there. But New Mexico over the weekend got the nice win over Iona. They stay undefeated. UNLV, I think, still only got one loss. So still a lot going on basketball-wise, and it should be a pretty good, as Jordan says, LOL, Logan, Utah. I did like the Weber State tweet. They said putting the L in Logan, and so I did think that was pretty funny. A little shade from Weber State, but a lot going on, as we said, and they had 4 commits yesterday on the football side, and already another one today. We saw, it was a really nice day yesterday. It started off with the addition of the Wisconsin transfer. They added some other players, a JUCO player, a couple high school players, and then already this morning you see DeAndre Cooper with a GIF of somebody flipping a coin, which makes it look like they have flipped another recruit. You see Andy Avalos with the call sign. So it looks like they've added a 5th player in the last 24 hours. It looks like they've flipped somebody. It's probably Rudy says he hears a verbal commit, probably will not sign and likely flip to BYU. That will be interesting because I don't think that's what Cooper meant. He wouldn't put a flip if they were losing a guy. So maybe, I don't know if you're hearing something different, Rudy, or if that's the same thing. But JT, I do believe Wagner, he was committed to North Texas, decommitted yesterday. That would seem like the obvious one to flip him from North Texas. And that would be, by my count, like the 5th W over North Texas in the last week. They beat them in the game. They beat them in the Madden competition, the Foaling competition, Family Feud. They were handing North Texas L's left and right down there in Texas. So JT says flipping one, but likely losing one too. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. That stuff happens. Signing day is tomorrow, and Boise State's got a lot of high-level commits, so we'll have to wait and see from that standpoint. Do appreciate everybody for checking us out here. We mentioned the CJ Tiller interview. We talked to CJ. Oh, we got a bot in the chat. Let's delete that bot. Sorry about that. New private dating chat. Nope, you are gone. We one of the things that we do for the subscribers at BroncoNationNews.com is we do recruiting interviews, and we're doing them before signing day. We're also really going to try to pick those up, in January, February as well. And we did 2 last week with Breezy Dubar, Franklin Johnson Jr. If you are a paying member, a paying subscriber at BroncoNationNews.com, you can go online to the website, BroncoNationNews.com, and watch our full interviews live and in person from Texas down there of those 2 guys, Breezy Dubar and Franklin Johnson Jr. But last night, Colin Mitchell had a chance to catch up with CJ Tiller, the quarterback commit. I know somebody had messaged me all worried because he had taken some of his Boise State stuff down or unpinned one of his tweets or something. But CJ Tiller is, and did say some other schools have tried to get in and talk to him, but he is solid with Boise State. He will sign tomorrow with the Broncos. And but I wanted to play one quote that I put on Twitter because how about this? One of the schools trying to get CJ Tiller to flip, the Missouri Tigers and Bush Hamden. Bush Hamden, the quarterback coach at Missouri, was recruiting CJ Tiller, trying to get him to flip to Missouri before he got the job to come to Boise State. How about that? And CJ Tiller joked, I don't know how much Andy Avalos even knows about that, but that's going to be our little joke. But obviously not happen now, and probably strengthens the chance that CJ Tiller is signing tomorrow and staying. Don't know if that had anything to do. I highly doubt it, with Andy Avalos hiring Bush Hamden, but he did have a previous relationship with him and was very excited to work with him as OC. Here's a short clip of our interview with Boise State quarterback commit CJ Tiller.
So it's kind of funny you guys say that because Coach Bush was actually recruiting me at Missouri to go to Missouri and flip. So I don't know how much he's told of that to Coach Avalos, but it's going to be our little joke now. So when we get to the facilities and stuff, but that's our little joke. It's awesome though. I know Coach Bush. I know what type of offense he runs. Me and him are going to we've been talking for sure, and we've been getting to know each other. I mean, obviously, because we're gonna have to be with each other every day now. But it's awesome, the coaching change that happened previously. It sucks, but like I told the Bronco fans that I'm gonna stay committed and I'm loyal. So no matter what happens, the ups and downs, the adversity, I'm always gonna be here. And I promised myself that, and I promised the fans that. So I don't break promises, and that's one thing.
There he is, CJ Tiller, the quarterback commit. And again, 16-minute interview. The dude is a great talker. It was a great interview, man. Very stand-up young man. 16-minute interview with Bronco Nation News is available up for subscribers of BroncoNationNews.com. So hopefully you're a paid subscriber, and you can go onto the website. It's right there on the homepage, BroncoNationNews.com. It's the top story, CJ Tiller. You can click on that and watch the full 16-minute interview. If you're not a subscriber, we'd love to have you. Great time of year with signing day tomorrow. We had a couple people jump in yesterday. It's a perfect time to jump in for a subscription. Only $70 gets you a full year subscription, and it also enters you in this contest. We're giving away a VIP basketball experience to Las Vegas. It's coming up on January 11th and 12th. You get round trip for two from Boise to Las Vegas on a private jet. You get 2 tickets to the game, and you get 1 night stay at Circa Resort and Casino. You get a nice dinner with Matt Bauscher and company in Las Vegas as well. It's going to be a lot of fun, and thanks to Ridley's Family Markets, Bauscher Real Estate, the Blue and Orange Store, and RowPaint.com for sponsoring this contest. We have some other great giveaways that will be given away starting on Friday again. We got a snowboard to give away. We got a what do you call it? A camping kind of collapsible Bud Light wagon to put all your stuff in. We got a lot of gift cards to the Blue and Orange Store. We got a painter for a day from Row Paint. We got a lot of great stuff we're going to be giving away as we thank our subscribers here in the month of December. So hopefully you'll renew for a new subscription. If you're not, go ahead and sign up for a new subscription. We'd love to have you. And you get a lot, the contest is great, but hopefully the content is good enough. And again, it's $70 one-time fee. You pay it once, you're done for the year, and you get exclusive access to our interviews and things like the CJ Tiller interview, which is 16 minutes long, and hopefully you're able to do that soon. And we'll have some more recruits we're going to be interviewing and some things only for subscribers. So make sure you check that out. How did Dubar look? Similar to Genty, early contributor. Oh yeah, man, he was. I was stunned. I was surprised how big he was. He was much bigger than I thought he would be, and I was surprised. He was definitely similar to Genty. You see him, and you're like, all right, this dude looks physically ready to come in right away as a true freshman. So I believe George Chilani is going to soon declare that he's gone. I don't know why he would come back. I know some folks think it's possible, but I fully expect George to leave, and you'll have Ashton Genty, and then I think Dubar could come in and be ready to contribute similar to what Genty was last year. I do think that is something to keep in mind. CJ Tiller and TG10, iron sharpening iron, A. Yeah, you got to give CJ Tiller some credit, too, because, he could see what Green's doing and know that he may be here for a couple of years and want to go elsewhere to try to compete earlier. But he's going to come here, and who knows? I mean, theoretically, Talon Green could go to the NFL after 2023. He'll be a 3 years out of high school. He'll be eligible for the 2024 NFL draft. I don't know if he does that, but if he blows up and has a huge next year, maybe he goes. Maybe CJ Tiller just redshirts for 1 year and then is ready to take over. I mean, who knows? And maybe that's one of the selling points Boise State is telling him, in terms of the possibilities of why he should still come to Boise State. But that says a lot about CJ Tiller, to see a young quarterback that's going to be here a couple years and him still want to come here and try to fight for the spot. So, again, that 16-minute interview is available now. Please go watch it, and hope you enjoy it at BroncoNationNews.com for subscribers. Some great stuff on his relationship with TG and some of the other guys on the team, and just the receivers and his excitement level for getting up to Boise, and a very well-spoken young man. And nice job by Colin Mitchell at that interview, and you can check it out at BroncoNationNews.com. I want Noah to get more carries next year. He was always finding gaps in his quick. Yeah. I mean, he was buried down the depth chart a little bit, but I thought he did a pretty good job. Yeah, I liked what we saw from Elion Noah. I thought he had times where he came in and had some nice runs. He had a really nice run, I believe, in that either in the championship game or the bowl game. I think it might have been the bowl game where it was like a 20 or 30-yard run, but got called back due to a penalty. I think there was a holding call. I think that was in the bowl game. But yeah, he can do some things as well, and I think that he has a chance. I like Tyler Crow. I think Tyler Crow runs hard and has a chance to do some things. Now, he did graduate, but I think he still has at least one more year left, so we'll see if he comes back. I assume he would. But I'm a Tyler Crow fan. I think he has a chance to do some things as well. So, again, we were supposed to have Tyreek LaBeouf. He sent out a tweet saying that he was going to the NFL draft. And by the way, I talked to a pro personnel director from an NFL team and 2 months ago, and he was one of the guys they mentioned as somebody they really like. And I'm like, well, he doesn't even play that much. Like, well, if he tests well, he's got a chance because of his size. So, his size at corner, and if he goes and tests well, it may surprise some Boise State fans because he didn't really have a stellar career here at Boise State. But Tyreek LaBeouf could be a guy that would be on the radar for NFL teams if he were to go into the draft. And he sent out a tweet saying he was doing that. So at that point, he's not under Boise State's control for interviews and things like that. And I reached out directly and said, can we get you on the show to talk about going pro? And he said, sure. And we set it up for today about 9:15, right about now. And then last night, somebody alerted me on Twitter that he had deleted his tweet of making the announcement that he was going pro. And I went and looked, and it wasn't there. So I reached back out to him and said, saw you deleted the tweet. Are we all good? Can you still come on tomorrow? And he said something came up at the last minute. I'll have to get back to you on when we can do the interview. And I said, okay. So not really sure what's going on there. If he's staying at Boise State or if now he may transfer somewhere else, or I don't know what's going on with him. So Tyreek LaBeouf, that's something to watch as we move forward here. Boise State did get 4 new commits yesterday. We'll tell you about them here in just a minute, but I do want to thank a couple of our sponsors. Cutwater Canned Cocktails. Pick up one of more than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails at your local gas station or grocery store. They're the sponsors of our studios here at BroncoNationNews.com. Our title sponsor, RowPaint.com. They got a great deal going right now, 15% off the interior painting this winter in your home. So just use the promo code BNN15. The promo code is BNN15. Go to the website, type in the promo code, and they'll give you a price quote, and they'll give you 15% off. So don't put off those painting projects any longer, and don't try to do it yourself and get paint all over your clothes or your floor or wherever. Let the professionals do it. Rowpaint.com, and they're going to give you 15% off as a BNN subscriber and fan. BNN15 is the promo code you want to use. Lithia Ford of Boise, so thankful in this wintry weather to finally have a 4-wheel drive vehicle. Our F-150 that we purchased from them is just tremendous. I had to go get an energy drink this morning when it was still dark outside, like 6:30 in the morning, and I did the automatic start, and the seat was warm and the vehicle was warm when I went out there. I just loved the F-150. So I found the vehicle online, went and test drove it, and then purchased it. You can do the same thing. It's so easy. Check out their full inventory vehicles at lithiafordboise.com, or you can stop by their location there on Fairview Avenue in Boise and find the vehicle that best fits your need. Idaho Central Credit Union as well, one of our major sponsors at Bronco Nation News, the official bank of Bronco Nation News and the Raines family. Check them out, iccu.com. I've been telling you about how easy it is, but I deposited another check this morning. It's just so easy. The mobile online banking, the money's available in your account right away. And you can do it all online, and you never have to go back into the store. So appreciate Idaho Central Credit Union. Check them out, iccu.com. It's just so easy. And as I said, the stats prove it. More people are switching by the day to Idaho Central Credit Union. Don't get left out. You can be one of the ones to make the switch, and that is at you can get more information, iccu.com. So as I said, Boise State got 4 commits yesterday. What time is the show tomorrow for recruiting? We're going to stick to 9 o'clock, I believe. And heads up, Tyreek Jones is going to join us tomorrow. Tyreek Jones, 6th-year senior, is going to join me and Winston Venable tomorrow at 9:15. So we got Tyreek Jones, 9:15. And I said, hey, man, we'll go about 10, 15 minutes, nothing too long. He goes, hey, man, no NCAA rules can hold me back. I got as much time as you need. So, actually, what was the exact quote? I want to find the exact text that he said. He said, okay, and we don't need a time limit. I'm no longer restricted to NCAA rules, LOL. And I said, tell me about it. And he said, yep, nobody going to tell me when I'm done. I said, okay. So he said he'll be on tomorrow. So Tyreek Jones, talk about his 6-year career, not being able to play in the bowl game, the future of Boise State, what's next for Tyreek Jones. He was one of my favorite guys to cover the last 5-6 years, and we will be getting him on the show with Winston Venable and I, and Winston has a good relationship with them. So it won't quite be a BNN After Dark interview, but I think it'll be a pretty good interview with Winston and I tomorrow. So make sure you're here for tomorrow's show, Tyreek Jones, 9:15. And 9 a.m., Kurt, we'll kind of have the recruiting stuff going. I'll probably get Colin Mitchell to jump on, and maybe we'll start a little bit early tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. But we'll have, by 9 a.m., most of their class will probably already be signed. So we'll probably do 9 to 9:15. We'll talk recruiting. update you on who's signed, who hasn't. We'll have a live blog going. BroncoNationNews.com starting at about 6 a.m. tomorrow. So make sure you check our website tomorrow morning to get the full list of players that have signed and kind of what the latest is. We'll have that on social media, but BroncoNationNews.com is the best way to stay up to date tomorrow morning with the recruiting. But yeah, we'll stick to the 9 a.m. show for now, and then we will talk recruiting for the first 15, 20 minutes, update you on who's signed, who hasn't, what's going on. And then Tyreek Jones will join Winston and I to talk about his season and his career. So looking forward to Tyreek Jones tomorrow. So that'll be a fun show tomorrow. And then Thursday's show, I'll be in Santa Clara doing it from San Jose, I guess is where the hotel is, for the game on Thursday afternoon. Friday, I'll be still in Santa Clara in the morning and then flying home for Christmas. And then I think we might take the next week off. We'll see. It's the Christmas to New Year's. We haven't really had a lot of time off on the show, and not necessarily for me for the time off, but for Winston and Johnny and Jay and those guys. I may give them the time off, and we may just skip a week. We'll see as we get closer to the time. But Boise State, again, you saw the flip from DeAndre Cooper doing the flip thing this morning. I don't know if it's come in yet in the last 15 minutes, and I haven't seen it. Maybe you guys have. I'm expecting it to potentially be let's see what tweet I just saw come through here from okay, the WCC is going to a 16-game double round-robin format during the 2023-2024 season following BYU's departure to the Big 12. So they're going to go double round-robin. You play everybody twice in the WCC moving forward. But I think that Wagner, the tight end, is probably going to be the flip. He was committed to North Texas, and then we see he decommitted yesterday. We see Cooper given the flip sign. I would suspect that's probably who it is, but we'll have to wait and see. But we mentioned they got 4 yesterday. Titus Toller, the 5'11 safety, the transfer from Wisconsin. Originally St. John Bosco High, was a 4-star player. Appeared in 5 games this year, had 7 tackles, a pass deflection. Didn't play a ton this year. Looking for more opportunity. As I said, he did have an interception in 2020 for Wisconsin, but he had his offer list coming out of high school was huge: UCLA, Washington, Oregon State, and then he goes to Wisconsin. So Boise State, is losing Caleb Biggers. Looks like they could be losing Tyreek LaBeouf. They need some help at corner, and then you have safety. I think he's going to be playing obviously safety, but you never know if he could slide down and play corner as well. But you lose a lot of your safeties too with JL Skinner, and you lose obviously Tyreek Jones, and so you're going to need some competition there in the secondary, and I think that's a pretty nice get out of the portal to get him, so that will be official tomorrow if he signs. But Titus Toller, the transfer from Wisconsin, committed yesterday, as well as Chase Martin, 6'1", 210-pound linebacker, Thousand Oaks High School. He was a star on both sides of the ball at Thousand Oaks High School. He had offers from Baylor, Fresno State, Washington State, and others. Big-time pickup, him picking Boise State over some of those schools. He had 131 tackles, 8.5 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks last year. Also rushed for 1,000 yards and had 22 total touchdowns as well. So a star on both sides of the ball. Big pickup, Chase Martin. Committed yesterday at Thousand Oaks High School there in California. Marion McCoy, Laney College transfer, originally from Atherton High School in Atherton, California. He committed yesterday as well. 6'1", 170-pound corner, Marion McCoy. He had played 9 games for Laney College, had 4 interceptions last year, 35 tackles, or I guess this past season. He had Murray State, Morgan State, a couple smaller schools offering him. Fresno State and Boise State both made late pushes, and those were kind of his final 2 schools. And he picked Boise State, so that was a nice pickup. And then Gabe Tahir, 6'1", 175-pound corner. He's from Kennewick, Washington. Kamaikan High School, Gabe Tahir. That was kind of the 4th one. He had Hawaii, he had Penn State, and he had a ton of schools in between offering him. A big-time offer list for him. 21st ranked player in the state of Washington. I guess 21st ranked corner, according to 247. So that's a big pickup as well. So 4 players, and the thing that stands out is all 4 on the defensive side of the ball. I think that obviously Boise State looking at, let's be honest, the defense is going to lose most of their players. So they're trying to stack up on the defensive side of the ball. Not to say all those guys are going to come in and play right away, but, you lose potentially 8 starters from defense. And again, that's the possibility. 8 starters could potentially be gone. You don't know about DJ Schramm. You don't know about Dimitri Washington, but you're expected to lose Scott Matlock. You're expected to lose Jackson. I guess Jackson Cravens technically could come back as well. But you're losing Matlock. You're losing Zeke Noah. You're losing Biggers. You're losing Jones. You're losing Skinner. You're losing a lot of, maybe LaBeouf. You're losing a lot of guys on defense. So that is what Boise State's trying to do, obviously, in the on signing day. And that's what's nice about the transfer portal now. It's much easier to plug holes than it used to be, where you had a young guy ready to go, or hopefully you could find a grad transfer. Now you got to replace 3 starters in the secondary. Well, you go find a guy from Wisconsin that was a 4-star guy wishing he could play more. You go find a running back from Oregon if you need a backup running back. There's the transfer portal has now made it a lot easier to plug holes faster, and that's what Boise State is certainly doing to this point. It looks like. Let's see here. We got Martin and Milkovic could be monsters at linebacker. Martin had 16 tackles against my high school this year, according to Colin. So, and Colin, a lot of those stats and things I was just reading came from Colin Mitchell's story. You can read that at BroncoNationNews.com. So nice work by Colin on that. Oladipo, my favorite safety on the roster. Robinson was also fun to watch. I thought Alexander Tubner. Don't leave Alexander Tubner out. I thought he, 13 tackles in place of J.L. Skinner, and nobody talks about him. And it seems like every time, when he needed to step up, when J.L. Skinner went out, Alexander Tubner came up and was huge for Boise State the past couple of years, whether it be with the targeting calls or this last game where he didn't play. There was a lot. Everyone's kind of like, oh, it's Skinner's out, and I thought Alexander Tubner stepped up and was great. So. Don't leave him out as well. Hey, a couple more sponsors we want to thank as we keep this thing rolling. Transcompservice.com. If you're looking for a new job, how about becoming a truck driver? Transcompservice.com. They're a national company based here in the Treasure Valley. They can help you out. And if you want to get driving a truck, whether it's the big rig on the screen, whether it's the Amazon truck in your neighborhood, any size in between, they can help you with all the permits and all the things you need to get out there on the road as soon as possible. If you try to do it yourself, most times it ends up failing and you get penalties and payments and things. Let Transportation Compliance Service help you out. Transcompservice.com. You looking for a new dentist? How about Boise Dentistry Co.? That's my dentist on the screen there. My kids, they do a tremendous job there. Check them out. Locations all across the Treasure Valley, and it's full family dentistry. So they can do your kids, everybody in your family all at once. Love it. Great, tremendous staff. A new location on Eagle Road. Went there a couple weeks ago. So find a location near you, BoiseDentistryCo.com. You're looking for insurance for your business? How about United Commercial Insurance? They can write business policies in 44 states around the country. They're trying to beef up the Treasure Valley businesses, though. So if you own a business or are looking to lower the rate of the business insurance for your business, 229-8222. Check them out, UnitedCommercialInsurance.com. A quick call can save you hundreds of dollars on your business insurance. At United Commercial Insurance, they make business insurance easy. Ridley's Family Markets, one of my favorite sponsors, shopridleys.com. I love all my sponsors, but Mark and Kelly Ridley have become good friends of ours and appreciative of them. 13 Idaho locations across the state of Idaho, but they have locations across the Treasure Valley as well. The Kuna location, a lot of their locations now have the Ace hardware attached to them, so make sure you check that out. And they're encouraging folks to download their app, the Ridley's app. Just go on the App Store, download the Ridley's app, and you get savings, often as much as like 40% off a lot of items compared to what they are regularly in the store. So go get the Ridley's app. Go to the Cuno, Middleton, Star, Weiser location or somewhere else in the state of Idaho. Support the sponsors. You will not be disappointed at Ridley's Family Markets. We got some more comments rolling in here. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Can't have every player is my favorite. Yeah, that's true. What's good? What's up, Josh? Appreciate you for watching, man. Josh is a big-time YouTuber that's going to help us actually build our YouTube channel here at Bronco Nation News, and we're actually talking after the show today. So looking like 2 new recruits today. Go Broncos. So I may have missed one while we were talking here. So let's see. We will see what's going on and see if I missed anything. But obviously tomorrow is the first day of signing day, but obviously it's not the last. It goes to the end of Friday, I believe, and then it picks back up in January. So I'm sure that even whatever happens tomorrow, I would expect that, I would expect that they'll still add, and sometimes it's easier to add in the transfer portal in January once, guys play bowl games and then start to enter that portal. I did see it was interesting that Washington State has 2 starting offensive linemen, I believe, in the portal. And you don't know if Cade Beresford, who's coming back for another year, might do some recruiting there, and they could try to replace John Ojukwu with potentially a transfer left tackle, maybe from Washington State. So that's something maybe to keep an eye on. And we'll have to now, see, this is what I'm talking about. Avalos tweet had 4 dots yesterday, and they got 4 recruits. It has 2 today. That would be something if that was actually how it worked for Andy Avalos and they got 2 today. That would be something if he's actually that. I don't know if he deserves that much credit for that, but if that's the way it turns out, I didn't think about that, Josh, but you could be onto something there. Rudy says Thornton came in pretty highly rated last year and redshirted, came in as a safety. Is he still there? I believe so. Yeah, Deontay Thornton was a 3-star guy. We talked to him before signing day last year, so that's certainly something to keep in mind, I guess. And I don't, to be honest with you, they don't have a ton of spots left. But again, the problem is we just don't know who is coming back and who's leaving from the 6th-year guys. I mean, the coaches probably know, but we don't know. So they've got 19 hard commits. When you go to Dubar, Tiller, Johnson, Martin, Madry, Tahir, Caden Dawson, Wyatt Milkovic, Jason Steele, Max Steege, Oliver Fisher, Carson Rasmussen, Kyle Cox, Kai Taylor, Jackson Greer, Nick Hawthorne, Emmanuel Brown, Ty Benefield, and Marion McCoy, plus the transfer Titus Toller from Washington. So those are the 19 they have. That's a pretty good number. You usually don't sign a whole lot more than that, especially now with the second window. So it sounds like they've got 1 more today, which would put them at 20. Maybe you go to 21, but I would not expect, them to sign 27 guys tomorrow. So I don't think there's a ton left. Probably only 1 or 2 or 3 guys. But again, maybe they know a lot of these other guys are leaving, and a lot of spots are going to open up. So we'll have to kind of wait and see on that. But it'll all get going tomorrow. About 9 a.m. we'll have the show, but our live blog will start about 6 a.m. Colin Mitchell, if you're watching, get some sleep tonight. Because you're going to be up early getting the live blog going and getting our signing day coverage going tomorrow. We'll have full coverage of signing day on the website, bronconationnews.com, so keep checking that out. And then Andy Avalos and company are talking tomorrow. We don't know where, by the way. How about this? They're cutting power. Idaho Power is cutting power to the university tomorrow, a scheduled outage for pretty much all of the university. They're telling people to work from home and to do some upgrades. And that includes the Blameyer football complex. They'll have no power tomorrow. So the football team will be moving their kind of compound, their war room for signing day. All of their operations will be moving elsewhere off campus. So I don't know if it's going to be a hotel, conference room or some other kind of office space, but they will not be doing their normal stuff from the facility tomorrow for signing day. So that's kind of thrown a little bit of a wrench into things. And so the press conference with Andy Avalos and all of the coaches will be elsewhere off campus. So we will talk to Andy Avalos. We will talk to the assistant coaches tomorrow, potentially even Bush Hamden. I don't know if he'll be around tomorrow or not. I know he's in town, so might have our first Bush Hamden interview tomorrow. But as I said, it will not be on campus. So that's one small wrinkle that the football team is dealing with tomorrow. They aren't going to have their normal setup due to the power being cut at the campus for some upgrades and things. So keep that in mind tomorrow. But they'll still have all their graphics, and they'll be announcing all the recruits and commits somewhere. And then we'll be finding out today where we're doing the interviews and things off campus before that. Jordan suggests the esports arena. Yeah, that'd be a pretty good spot for it, I think. I don't know if they've thought of that or not. Do you know if the new video board will be up in time for the bowl game today? No, it won't be, but I understand they're making significant progress. I don't know if any of the panels of the screen are going in. Excuse me. But as of a couple days ago, I saw at least 2 of the huge poles that they're going to hold it are already up, and it is going to be massive. Man, it is going to look massive when that thing is all said and done. It's really going to make the whole stadium look bigger because it's going to be just something else that kind of helps cave and close everything in from that standpoint. So, yeah, it'll be ready for the spring game, I think they said, is the first thing. I did confirm with Jeremiah Dickey the new LED lights are also going to be in place by next season. So that'll happen during the spring. So going into next season, when you have UCF coming to the Blue for that home opener, you're going to have a brand new light system and potentially a light show. And you're also going to have the brand new scoreboard debuting for the first game against UCF next year. So they just couldn't get it quite. I know Epic fail screen install timeline, but according to Jeremiah Dickey, you could write a book about what actually happened when they were trying to get that done. Apparently the steel was coming from Texas or somewhere down in the South. There was some problem with the truck bringing the steel, and then the steel got stolen or something, or lost in a shipyard or something. Something happened with the steel, and it delayed the timeline, and then that screwed it up. And I don't know all the details, but apparently it's been an epic couple of months for Bob Carney and his staff. And Jeremiah Dickey said you could write a book about what's happened. So they were on schedule, they were on time, and then just some unforeseen circumstances happened which pushed them back. So it's not really Boise State's fault that it didn't get ready in time for the season. So it will not be available for the bowl game today, the Potato Bowl. But I believe by the spring game, that'll be the first kind of unofficial debut of it, and then the home opener against UCF to kick off next season. So James says that the fact that it's happening is a massive win, timelines, whatever. Yeah, so you're going to have the light show. If you get a night game for UCF, UCF will come in, as Johnny said, wearing that Big 12 patch. That's going to be a monster home game to kick off 2023. Especially if you can find a way to beat Washington. But either way, that'll be a huge home game. UCF coming to the Blue, and if you have the new scoreboard and the light show and a night game, that could be quite the start to the season next year. Hey, Matt Bauscher, BauscherRealEstate.com, the number one ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley. Check him out. No home is too big or too small for Matt Bauscher. I hear a rumor he may even be out helping the new offensive coordinator find a house. So, use the best in town, Bauscher Real Estate, Matt Bauscher. You can get more information at BauscherRealEstate.com. The Blue and Orange store, looking for that last-minute Christmas gift? Head out to the Blue and Orange store at the Boise Town Square Mall. They're on the second floor next to Pro Image. They got all the NIL shirts, all the latest sideline apparel for the coaches, and all the newest authentic gear from Nike, and all the hats and everything you could want for a Boise State fan. Check out the Blue and Orange store. And if you're not in the Boise area, you can order online at theblueandorangestore.com, and you get free shipping on any order over $40. So make sure you take advantage of that as well and get that free shipping, theblueandorangestore.com. Timberstone Golf Course. I'm going to go out there and get fitted in January for some new clubs. Need to get a couple lessons from Tad as well. Don't let this cold weather, don't just stop playing and all of a sudden in March pick up your golf game and expect to be back where you were in the fall. You got to stay with it. You got to stay, keep that swing, going. And so head out to Timberstone. They've got the TrackMan indoor simulator. You can reserve a time out there and still, in the nice, warm indoor area, be able to work on your game. And you can get some lessons from Tad. And as I said, get fitted for some new clubs. The winter time is when the golfers really make their hay, so they're ready to go in the spring. So let Timberstone Golf Course keep your game in tip-top shape despite the weather at PlayTimberstone.com. Let's see what other comments we got rolling in here. We've thanked all of our sponsors, so that's good. Love Dickey's mindset with the future of college athletics being so vile. It's nice to know Boise State is the right guy in charge. Yeah, we had about a 16-minute interview with him. That's up at on our YouTube channel. So check out our YouTube page if you want to watch the full interview with Jeremiah Dickey. He was talking about the coaches' salaries, all kinds of stuff. Wide-ranging conversation is up on our YouTube channel at it's just youtube.com/Bronco Nation News is the easiest way. Curious to see how Washington does, where they end up in the preseason poll. Could be a top 10 road game to start the season. Yeah, with their quarterback coming back, that's definitely a possibility. That's going to be a big-time game to start the season next year. You'd think a lot of Boise State fans would try to make the trip up to Seattle for that one. So, we'll that's a big one. And we'll have, it's kind of a fun game to have, 7 months to talk about. But in the immediate future, got signing day tomorrow. Excuse me. 9 a.m. will be our signing day special. Winston Venable will join me. We'll get his signing day story, and we'll update you on who is signed and who is not signed. And by 9 o'clock, the class is pretty much going to be done. So we'll be live with telling you who signed, who didn't, if there were any surprises. And then, as I said, Tyreek Jones will join us at 9:15. So make sure Tyreek Jones at 9:15. You don't want to miss that. And the CJ Tiller interview, all of our interviews with our recruits, they're only for subscribers. So I'll throw in another plug for folks that just joined us. $70. That's $1.35 a week. Full coverage of Boise State athletics for less than a cup of coffee a week. And if you pay up front $70 for the full year, you can enter our contest. We're giving away a private jet ride to Las Vegas for the basketball game. You get 2 tickets to the game, 1-night stay at Circa Resort and Casino as well. You just have to purchase a 1-year subscription by December 31st. And now's the perfect time to jump in with signing day tomorrow. I mean, CJ Tiller, the quarterback commit, 16-minute interview only for subscribers. Breezy Dubar, the 4-star running back, about an 8-minute interview only for subscribers. So Franklin Johnson Jr., DB, Little Elm High School, only for subscribers. So hope you'll tune in and subscribe. We'd love to have you over there, and jump in now so you're available, because on Friday we're going to give away some cool stuff on Friday. Anyone that is subscribed by Friday gets in for the snowboard, the collapsible tailgating wagon, row paintings, doing a painter for a day. We got some Blue and Orange store gift cards, a lot of great stuff we're giving away. So tell your friends, sign up now, and then make sure you can enter our contest by Friday when we give away that some of our prizes. We're looking forward to that. Didn't we just steal someone from Missouri? We got their coach. Bush Hamden is the offensive coordinator. I don't know about any players yet from Missouri. Maybe Bush Hamden flipped somebody from Missouri already. I don't know the answer to that. Good job. Appreciate it. Yeah, 40 minutes by myself. No Jay Tuss today. I thought I was going to have that interview. Didn't happen, so we're going solo. UCF's going to be huge next year. Need a big seasoner at home one of these years. Yeah, you'll have UCF. Oh, the season opener. Yeah, they'll work on that, but you do get UCF for the home opener next year. I thought we got a quarterback. Nope. CJ Tiller was already committed to Boise State, but Bush Hamden was trying to get him to go to Missouri. But no, I haven't seen any other quarterbacks from Missouri that are flipping over to Boise State, and I wouldn't expect Boise State to get another quarterback if you're already getting CJ Tiller in this class. But who knows at this point? So again, appreciate everybody for checking us out. Thanks to all of our sponsors: rowpaint.com, ICCU, Lithia Florida, Boise, the Blue and Orange store, TCS, Boise Dentistry Co., Bauscher Real Estate, United Commercial Insurance, Ridley's Family Markets. The list goes on and on. We appreciate all of our sponsors. Timberstone Golf Course. Couldn't do this without them. This is a free product that you're watching, a free show every morning at 9 a.m. And hopefully you're liking the insight, liking what you're getting. And as I tell you every show, but I mean, it is, my business here. We'd love to have you subscribe, as I said, and to help support us. We're going to Santa Clara on Thursday for the road game. We'll have somebody at every road basketball game this season, either myself or Colin. So we are, putting in the effort, and hopefully you're liking what you see, and we'll continue to provide exclusive access for subscribers. But your donation also helps allow us to keep shows like this for free and available to everybody. So $70 one-time fee, BroncoNationNews.com. We'd love to have you jump in. We'll enter you in the contest and hopefully send you to Las Vegas on that private jet ride. I will not sit in the cockpit on that one, I promise. I was in the cockpit for the way home from Dallas. That was quite the experience, but I will not be in the cockpit. I will let the professionals fly the plane on that one, and it'll be a nice, easy, quick trip down to Las Vegas. And Matt Bauscher's going on that one, so you get to hang out with Matt Bauscher. I mean, that's worth the price of admission in itself, to sit next to Matt Bauscher at a BSU basketball game and hear his analysis and hear him yelling at the refs and have a few drinks with him and have dinner. I mean, it's going to be quite the trip, and it's pretty much all expenses paid. So we're really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully you jump in with subscription, and hopefully you win. So looking forward to that, and should be fun. So, hey, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube right now, hit that subscribe button at the bottom of the screen. If you're not on YouTube, real quick, go to youtube.com/Bronco Nation News. We're trying to get to 2,000 YouTube subscribers. We're almost to 1,900. We're trying to get that push past 2,000. So subscribe, knock that out. We'd love to have you on YouTube, and we appreciate you for that. Thanks so much for watching the show. If any news breaks today, recruiting coverage, the recruit, all that stuff, we'll have you covered. BroncoNationNews.com. Leon Rice is talking to the media today at 1 o'clock to preview the Santa Clara game. We'll get that full video up on our YouTube channel as well. If you're going to the Potato Bowl, enjoy that. I guess go San Jose State to represent the Mountain West. And then Winston Venable and I, 9 a.m. tomorrow, will give you full coverage of signing day, and Tyreek Jones will join us as well. So have a great rest of your Tuesday. We'll talk to you soon. Bronco Nation News live, Bronco Nation News, BroncoNationNews.com.